Again, and now I want to walk you through our first session that we have coming up, where we're going to walk through the current state and really what we call where are we now. So if you haven't yet, be sure to watch the session overview so you understand how all the steps in the process align together. And for now, we're going to focus on where are we now. Now, first thing that we'll do in the session is really celebrate all the things that we have to celebrate about the past of the organization, everything that got us to where we are right now, some of the defining moments over the past 2 to 3 years, really looking at our biggest wins and giving ourselves the opportunity to celebrate how we got to where we are now. So often organizations keep looking forward and forward and forward and forward, and sometimes it gets exhausting. And this is really an opportunity for you and your team to celebrate and acknowledge all the great things that you've done up until now, and to use that as a foundation for building your strategy in the future. Next, we'll expand on our current state by doing a SWOT analysis. Okay, so that's looking at our strengths, some of the things that we do well, our weaknesses, some of the things that we do less well, the opportunities that we have both internally and externally, as well as some of the threats, the things we need to be aware of moving forward. It's a great snapshot in terms of where we are. It gives us an opportunity to build our strategy from a place of strength while also identifying what weaknesses we need to address, what are the ones that we can sort of deal with, and really just to get a good lay of the land in terms of where we are and what we need to work on. Once we finish working on the SWOT analysis, we'll do something called a pestle analysis. It's a way for us to look at macro trends in political, environmental, social, technological, legal, and environmental. This doesn't mean that these trends apply one-to-one to you, but these trends are going to apply to you, your stakeholders, your customer, and anybody that you deal with. It's looking really big picture in terms of what's happening in the world in the future, so that we can build a strategy that's proactive instead of reactive. So what we're going to do in the session is we're going to ask, what are some of the trends that you see, either increasing or decreasing? There's no one right answer, and you can complement this process by doing your own research in advance to really say, hey, this is where I see the world going. But these are going to be the things that are going to shape the world that we run our organization in. So it's really critical that we identify them, understand what they are, and build our strategy around it to make us successful. That's really the summary of session 1. We're going to look at celebrating. We're going to look at our SWOT analysis. We're going to look at a pestle analysis. If you have any questions about this, please don't hesitate to reach out and we can walk you through any of this. As well, feel free to reference the strategic plan workbook for more on the guidance of what that will look like in the session. So thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next session.